Chaos March. We are playing on TC Marshes for the 42nd battle of this event for the neutral planet Ponzan. The Terracap Confederation is attempting to pick up a third planet and avoid certain doom. This is a 4v4 match. We have more players than that, but we've locked into that to keep things running along smoothly, hopefully. Looks like we've got everything sorted out now, and we'll be starting. We can see that Zoidberg is, the commander of the unit, is in a Uziel. I believe that's maybe a Beta or a Delta. Vivisector is in Shadowcat. Kill Them All is in a Pulse Laser Vulture, and Red Lynx is in a what appears to be a UAC-20 Hollander. Let's see, Marshes has lots of water. It's not very deep. Trees usually plays out to medium to short distance, although if you plan ahead, you certainly can get arrows and LRMs off on this map. It's just a little bit more difficult, and especially in a small match like this with few players, I'd be surprised if we saw long-range assets. Giving you a flyby of the map here, you can see it's pretty big. Certainly room to move around, but 90% of the time, people usually go to the center base. ELH today on this map is playing as the neutral planet defenders, while the Invictus-led team of mercs is playing as the attackers for the Terracap Confederation. We can see Bob and a Puma here with mask. Bob's moving ahead as the scout, while Invictus is in the infamous Vulture B with all the SRMs. Ben is in an Oro Echo, which is low profile and can hide in the water. And bringing up the rear is GN King in a Shadowcat. I believe it might be the Shadowcat Gamma. See that Bob continues to scout. Why don't we stick with the defending team for now? See, they appear to be moving towards one of the edges of the map here. Now that everybody's caught up, Zoidberg's moving ahead.
User joined your channel.
And recording the video, and anybody that wants to comment on it can. And Zoidberg's moving up here. See, ELH has decided to take, I believe, well, turned around here, but I believe it's the west side of the map. And they're just going to kind of go around, and this allows them a good field of view, and also prevents any being hit on one of their sides. But it'll also mean that they're going to have to be patient for engagement, likely, and plenty of time. There's 20 minutes still on the map. Zooming out to give you guys a little bit of a look here. You can see that neither team is very close to each other at the moment. In fact, let's see if we can locate them. Okay, we can see that Bob's over here on the opposite end of the airbase, while his teammates are setting up on that island. So the teams have got to be about at least a kilometer, if not 2 kilometers away right now. Oh, well, they're a little closer than I thought. Bob should see them on radar soon if he has GECM. If not, visual confirmation shouldn't take too long here. See, Bob's engaged his mask. Well, those hills are kind of in the way, so we'll just sit down here a sec and see how Bob responds. Bob's decided to reverse direction. Okay, yep, LH is in pursuit. Probably about 500, probably about 600 meters apart right now, roughly. Bob's getting out of there. If he has radar on, he should probably be able to pick up a few of them. I think Bob's trying to bait them down his teammates. See, LH is kind of holding up a bit on the anger side of the center base. Bob is headed way, way back. So they're gonna... Bob's baited the trap, I think, and now we're gonna see if the attackers move in to engage the defenders. This is assuming that they've seen each other, which I think they have. See that the defenders are now moving east. So maybe they didn't see each other, because they are not they are headed opposite direction of the attackers at the moment. See, so Edberg stopped a sec, maybe to hold up for the others. Interesting. Well, they're staying in formation. The defenders are, but I don't think either team's actually seen each other after all, because they haven't made any movements that would indicate they know where the enemy's at. So let's take a look and see. See that Bob's holding together with the rest of his team, staying in. Oh, we have firepower now. They just hit with a large beam laser. Or they fired one of their weapons. Interesting. Don't think they're in range. I did see a weapon fire though. Maybe it was just an accidental release. As far as I can tell, Kill Them All and Zoidberg are moving north here. They're all sticking together.
Channel switched.
So it looks like Bob's moved back toward the base here in center. You can see that Invictus has ordered his men to move with them. They're moving north now, just southeast of the base here, and if I'm not getting turned around, I believe that the defenders are east or south of them, probably by a good distance. Okay, they're over by their base. Huh? They're not terribly far. You can see that Zoidberg might be able to see them. Invictus has decided to take his men northeast of the center base. Bob's moving a little bit further in front of them, and the two teams are not terribly far from each other in a straight line, but kind of moving in opposite directions at the moment. Yeah, they're really heading far now. Let's see what the other team's up to. The other team has moved on to the base, so now they're trailing the other team. Both teams generally heading in the right direction. Okay, they're moving towards each other a little bit now. It'll be interesting to see who gets visual here. Vivisector might be in good position if it weren't for that hill. They might be able to get some radar if one of these assets has GECM. So Zoidberg turns slightly right here. He might be able to see them. Teams are moving in. They might see each other. They're getting warmer. Lynx is about as close as they've been all match. Actually, that's not Invictus. That's just the old one. Oh, they're at the north base. Okay, so the teams are very far from each other, definitely. Each team has 15 minutes to find each other. If they don't, the match will end in a tie. And if that tie ends up being a determining factor after the 5 maps, a 6th map will be played. An interesting map for a tank because the tank's got enough speed to keep up with his teammates, but you can see it can be kind of hard to see all the stuff down in the water, and as long as you stay in the water you got plenty of room to fight, range to fight, but you start getting into these hills or these islands, it can be bad for the tank. You can see that Bob continues to scout for them. He's backing up. You can see that the peanut gallery is growing restless. They want to see some action. But sometimes I think some of the best matches are ones that have have to hunt. You have to stay on edge. You have to be ready at a moment's notice. And if you relax even for a second, that can be the determining balance in one of these league matches. League matches run slower sometimes, but that can also be part of the strategy. Both teams working as hard as they can to secure the victory. Bob is moving into their firing range. This will be interesting. Cover if he goes right. If he goes left, he might have a problem. Okay, he's in cover. He's moving up. Contact. See if Bob can get out of there in time. Or is that just the names again? I'm sorry, it's just the names again. Bob's down there. Oh dear. I don't think we'll be able to release this video. Well. Take a look where they're at. Those rocks are usually pretty similar. I think they might be down in the south part of the... Well, we'll stay with them, see what happens here. So Victus is having his team stick it out at middle. Got about 10 minutes. We're starting to run into crunch time. These teams trying to find each other. You need a good probably 3 minutes to secure a map. And yep, as I suspected, they're on the south side of the map. So if they head due north and Victus doesn't move his team, it might be our best chance for action here. So Edberg is heading a bit north. It's north east here. Okay, Bob is very close. They should see each other on radar. That's about 300 meters. We should. I think we're going to have action here. Bob's hauling out of there, and you can see that is not that far away from each other. See if Zoidberg alters course. Okay, they're heading due east now. Now they're heading due east. Bob was right there. I would be very surprised if neither team saw each other, either with visual or radar contact. You can see that Invictus is having his team slowly head south, and Zoidberg is looking like he's going to hold in this spot. They might be repositioning to go north. They stay on this course, they'll run right into each other. Okay, we have to have visual at some point. You can see that Invictus is moving his team directly into them, so you can see that Zoidberg and Vivisector have split off a bit from Lynx and killed them all. Teams are moving into each other, so we have contact. Heavy large laser fired. Jin King surrounded. moving in. Oro's moving in. A lot of ordnance being fired here, ladies and gentlemen. They're focusing on Invictus's Vulture B at the moment. Okay, they've taken down Lynx and killed them all. This might be enough. Okay, they lost Invictus. It's not surprising. The Vulture B is a dangerous asset, and you're going to focus fire on that right away. Zoidberg and Vivisector focusing on GN King at the moment. Bob focusing on Zoidberg. GN King trying to get out of there. Vivisector's lost his right arm. Oro's moving up. Vivisector's pretty beat up here. There goes Vivisector. That leaves Zoidberg. They've probably done a lot of damage to GN King though. Zoidberg trying to do what he can. He's lost his left arm. Hanging in there, 3-on-1. He's playing very well defensively. And there he goes. So we move immediately to map 2. The attackers take map 1 and the best of 3 out of 5.